Welcome into a bonus episode of Cautious Coffee. And if you're watching this right now, you are probably seeing it on Patreon. So we want to thank you all for subscribing on Patreon and everyone who supports this. If you're watching this maybe a few weeks after, let's call it September 12th, 13th, then you should join us on Patreon. And you would have seen us about 2 weeks ago. So DeRae, how's it going? How's the week? What are we doing?
It's going well. We just finished up recording episode 17.
17? Yeah.
Yes, and that was fun. Yeah. That was a really fun episode. I'm looking forward to, that one getting edited and released. I'm also looking forward to having some more time to do some more bonus episodes. But we did read something. What was it, on LinkedIn, Facebook?
Yeah. So we've both been advocates that we want people to give us feedback. We want people to give us topic suggestions.
And challenges.
We've had some people.
Challenges.
Yeah, we tell us when we're wrong. You. And I love this. RB is one of our listeners, and she texts us both, and she's told us like a few times, like, guys, I didn't like this episode. Or, oh my gosh, Cautious Coffee is back to its roots. Things like that. And we're like, wait, what's been going wrong the last few weeks? And I love that honesty, those questions. My sister, she told me about the education episode that we had and how disappointed she was that we didn't have an educator on. And that's totally on us. But that kind of feedback helps us. That's what we want. We want to be able to improve. And so we posted on LinkedIn an image. And I was just, talking about the 2 weeks off that we had. And we asked the question, what topic or topics would you like to hear us discuss? And so we had, I'm going to mispronounce the name, so I absolutely apologize, but Gauhar Hussain, she wrote that she would like to hear us discuss returning to the office and the guilt that comes with missing home. So first off, shout out for leaving that topic suggestion. DeRae, are you going to have guilt when you have to return to the office and you have to leave home?
I am not, quite honestly, but that's because I don't have a child at home. I don't have a dog at home. Don't have a wife or a spouse or, anyone here, but some books. I have some books here that I'll miss. But, honestly, when I read that, I had like this sinking feeling in my stomach, and I could empathize with all the people that are going to feel guilt. Like immediately, it was instant. I was like, oh my goodness. Yes, I can see that being huge thing. Because we've normalized, this was our new normal. Hi guys. Humans are good at normalizing things after a while, and that had become the new normal to be at home, and now you have to go back to the office. Quite honestly, I'm dreading it. But the folks that have children that they've been hanging out with and pets and spouses, oh my goodness.
Even family members that people are caring for, we had Justincade on the podcast for episode 16, and that was mostly a podcast between you two, because we were talking about kids, and I don't have kids, and just listening back while editing those videos, I just thought it was an incredible conversation, and hearing how he was thankful that he was there to be able to see the moments with his daughter. And I hope he doesn't mind this, but he texted me today, actually, checking in, seeing how things were going. And he said that he had a daddy-daughter weekend over Labor Day while his wife went on a girls' trip. And he said he had a blast. Yep. And that's awesome, and those are moments that are going to be more difficult to come by when you have that return to office. So like you, I don't know that I feel guilt about leaving home, because I think I'll probably be more excited, right, to get back into the office and be around people, because my coworker right now is, I guess, Katie, right? Yeah. And we're living together. We see each other all the time, but she has her room, which she's kind of turned into her office, and that's where she works out of. And I'll go in, check on her throughout the day, because that's what I did, right? I mean, you and I worked together, and we would go around, spend 15, 20 minutes talking to somebody, one of our coworkers, and we can't do that now. Yeah. And so I try to do that with Katie, and Katie's like, I'm on a call. I'm on a call. Like, stop being so loud. Like, why are you bothering me? That kind of thing. So no, I don't think I will have guilt. I crave that interaction, but I totally see how people's lives have changed and they kind of understood that work isn't everything. That you do have other priorities, right? Even if it's mental health, if it's being able to take a walk during the day, get a workout in, a row in, or something like that. Read a book just to recharge, or even take a nap. Run errands and spending that time. I mean, I think it allows you to bring your full self to work and work at your own pace and schedule. And I think that's amazing. And there are a lot of people that like that. That like that remote working.
I don't yearn being back in the office at all.
Yeah.
I don't yearn being around coworkers. I enjoy it, once or twice a week, or when I'm feeling like it. I think it's, like Mondays. I love Mondays. Power Mondays. It's like, well, let's kick off this week, right? Let's get focused on the objectives of what we need to accomplish. Awesome. Put a suit on. I don't wear ties anymore. And just, get ready to get focused on crushing the week, right? I want to crush it. I want to attack it. And then after that, it's like, I can do the rest of it from home. And I think part of that is just the entrepreneur in me is like, wherever I am, that's where I'm working. I could be on a boat, I could be in Portland, Oregon.
That's an idea.
Dodging.
That's an idea, DeRae. Let's buy a boat. Let's do our Cautious Coffee episodes from a boat.
Okay.
You're near. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
No, it will be fun. It will be fun. But we differ in that way, right? I don't necessarily I haven't missed being in the office a little bit. And if anything, I wish I had like my son here and my girlfriend was here all the time. Right. Like that'd be awesome. I mean, she's here like during the day and sometimes I'm like, Katie, I'm on a call. And she like wants a hug or a kiss or something. I'm like, just act like I'm not here. And then, of course I give her a hug or a kiss because I just love her so much. But
that's basically like the roles reversed for Katie and I. Katie's like, what? But it's so weird. Like where my desk is set up, it's right by the refrigerator in the kitchen. And she's got her own like private space. And if I go in just to say hi or even like whisper if she's on a call, like sometimes I don't know she's on a call. I get like the evil eye.
Yeah.
But during lunchtime, even if I'm on a call, it's okay if she's in the kitchen, hitting the microwave, running the laundry or dishwasher or something like that. And I'm like, sorry, hold on. And having to mute the phone. So it's interesting. But I do want to pose a question to you. If your son was here and not in Colorado, do you think you would have guilt going back to the office, being forced to go back to the office?
Absolutely. 100%.
Even though he has school.
Even though he has school, like it is so awesome to be able to drop my son off or pick him up from school.
Yeah.
Man, those little moments mean so much. And I hope people, have really gotten to just see how much they mean because we get so focused on work. And work's cool and all, like money's cool and all. I was watching a documentary. It's an 8-part series of a book by Daniel Yergin called The Prize. And
you mean the Bible? It's like 1,200 words, something like that.
Awesome book. I love energy. And there was a Middle Eastern gentleman, and he said, he was talking about an American person or a Western person, and he said he was so boring. All he talked about was money. And, some people, all they talk about is work, and that's cool. Like, let's mix that in, but, let's talk about just life too, life and play and fun and family. And
what's your why? What makes you tick?
They're just more than life than work. No one is going to come and give the eulogy at your funeral and be like, man, they really could build this amazing financial model. It was awesome. No one. It's not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So we stress about some of those things, or we snap at our significant other when we're on a call. No, I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna turn my camera off, and I'm gonna give my girlfriend a hug and a kiss because she wants to love on me. That's actually priority.
And everyone's going through the same environment, like whether it's dogs jumping on you or kids running into the screen, like everyone has that, and that's okay. I mean, we're human. You can't have a home corporate office built into your, home. I mean, that's just not feasible for a lot of people, especially people that live in like 1-bedroom apartments. But it is interesting that the work from home, and we're starting to see more companies announce return to work dates, even with the Delta variant. I know some companies here in Houston are going back October. Yep. Some are going back in January. Now there's the question of vaccine mandates and whether or not companies should enforce them or not. And it's just, I think it's going to be a cluster getting all that worked out. And I think people have really become accustomed to working from home. And the data shows that. 30 to 40% of people in a recent survey said that they want a remote only job. And I know someone that left their previous company early in 2021, and she specifically was only applying to jobs in which she could work remotely.
Yep.
And so now the company that she works for is based in Denver, Colorado, and she lives in Houston, Texas. She absolutely loves it.
So I hope there are enough people that are willing to, value themselves enough and the skills and the asset that they are to the company. And hey, we need to have this conversation. There's an old guard out there that wants people in the office.
100%.
Okay. They're out there. They exist. I was on a call with someone, one of the prominent organizations here in the Houston area, and it was an older man on the phone. He was like, at the beginning of all this, I wasn't with it. I wasn't with working from home. But now that I'm, have been doing it, I see that we can be just as productive. And I was like, good for you, man. Good for you. But there are still those folks that they want folks in the office. They want to see them working and, typing away at their computers. And that's not empowering people. On episode 17, we're talking about empowering people. People are really amazing. You hired all these smart, talented, driven, focused people. Let them do their thing.
Yeah. You want people that are going to get shit done.
Yep.
If it takes them 6 hours, great. If it takes them 10 hours, great.
Yep. And stop taking their time.
Stuff done.
All right. Stop taking their time, forcing them to go into the office or commute. Right, they can't live across the street.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part. I mentioned the commute time and calculated out what my bill rate is for what my commute time was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
It was an insane number.
Yeah, think about all that value you are leaving on the table.
Yeah, and that is one thing that I'm thankful is that I have moved, I've got a new job all in the past year, and when there is a return to office, my commute will be 5 to 10 minutes instead of 30 in the morning, 45 to an hour in the afternoon.
Right.
I'm thankful for that. And so I think if I had to go back to that 45 plus minute commute on a daily basis, it's exhausting, man. It's exhausting. I remember when I first started at a company here in Houston after I moved back, I was driving from the Woodlands where I was staying with my parents until I could find an apartment in Houston.
Yep.
I was driving to Eldridge Parkway and Highway 6. And if any of you know where that is, coming from the Woodlands, on a good day, take an hour and 20 minutes. On an average day, about 2 hours. I had some trips on the commute that would be 2.5 to 3 hours. There was one week, I will never forget this. Yeah, well, literally. So there was one week that I was in LA for the weekend. And the time that it took me to get from LA back to Houston was actually shorter than the time that it took me that Monday morning because of accidents and weather to get from the Woodlands to West Houston.
Yep.
That's insanity. Like, what are we doing wasting that time? And I was so thankful to be able to move and find the apartment just so I had 3 to 4 hours of my life back every day.
Absolutely. I will say that that's a huge thing for me. If I'm thinking about that commute, and that commute starts getting unbearable. And, I run that calculation, the one that you and I share. And I'm just like, it's just not worth it.
Yep.
I'll be looking for other ways to get around that. I don't necessarily know how I will, but I hope others are taking that into consideration as well, because that's less time, like, getting to the t-ball game or to dinner with the husband or wife, or just getting back to walk the dogs, whatever you're into.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
The time is valuable.
Well, this is fun. I enjoyed this little bonus episode, if you will.
Me too, man. Me too. I'm glad we got some feedback and a contribution on LinkedIn, and I would like more of it. This, that, or the other, criticism, positive stuff. Yeah. We're professionals here.
Yeah,
absolutely. We want to get better.
Be rough on us. Be brutal.
I mean,
be honest.
Be considerate.
That's what we want. Yeah, be considerate, but be brutally honest. That's what I want. I don't know. Maybe instead of recording these, maybe if we do get some comments or questions, maybe we do like a 15 to 20 minute Instagram live, and have that conversation where it's a little more organic. That it's we're not having this camera set up or this microphone, and that allows maybe other people to come in, leave comments. I don't know. But I enjoyed
that's
this,
fair.
I think we can definitely do more of it. So
I think we should do something like that, something live where we have, even if it's only 3, 4, 5 listeners, and they can ask questions in real time or communicate in real time.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. But we want to thank everyone for following and listening to the podcast, and we hope that you enjoyed this bonus episode, and thank you again to all of the people that support this and follow us on our own journey. We're 17, 18 episodes in, and we've got, I'm bad at math. What is that? 82, 83 episodes left to go of this podcast. But
only a couple more this season.
Yeah, only a couple more this season, but we'll have more bonus episodes on the way. But DeRae, it was fun.
Absolutely.